Welcome to my journey through the Bible. This will be searching for answers in God's Word. So if you have a question, put it in the comments, and then I will look up Bible verses and tell you what God's Word is saying. Now, we should always look to God's Word for all of our answers for everything. Now, the question was asked, do you have to go to church to be a Christian? Okay. First of all, we will start in Exodus 28 through 10, where we are given the 10 commandments. The fourth commandment is, remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. 6 days you will labor and do all of your work, but on the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord your God, and you will do no work. So God tells us we have 6 days that we can do whatever we want, but one day out of the week, we need to give it to the Lord. That means worshiping Him and being in His Word. Generally, we think of this as being at church or with a group of people that are meeting even in a home, but you're being in the Word, you're reading the Word, you're studying the Word together, and God tells us that iron sharpens iron, so we are to get with other Christians so that we can have a better understanding of the Word. Isaiah 58, 13 and 14 is encouraging us to honor the Sabbath by not going on our own for this day, but treating it with a day of delight. Now, it is good for us to get up and to study and have time with God. We should do that every single day. We should do that on our own, and so that we can have a very close, intimate relationship with God. But again, on the Sabbath day, that is a day together with other people so that we can be filled up, so that we can learn more about God's Word. In Mark 2:27, Jesus states that the Sabbath was made for man and not man made for the Sabbath, meaning God knew that we needed time away from our busy schedules to be in His Word. We needed time to be with other people so that we can grow spiritually in our understanding. Now, we see all through the New Testament that Jesus is constantly going to the temple and to synagogues to read the Word, to teach the Word, and to heal people. So again, if we go to church or if we are gathering with like-minded people to read the Bible, then we are following the examples that Jesus has set for us. And as Christians, that is what we are supposed to do. Now, Hebrews 4:9 through 10 calls the Sabbath day the Sabbath rest for God's people. This is rest spiritually, mentally, and physically. We all need time to rest. We need time from our busy schedules, from work, from school, from homework, from assignments, from projects, whatever is going on and consumes you in your life for 6 days. We need that one day to just rest. Why do we go on vacations? Because we need a break from our everyday life. And God is telling us if we take this one day, if we take the Sabbath day to honor Him, to worship Him, to be in His Word, together with other members to encourage us, to pray with us, and to help us, that we will find that we have more energy, more strength to face all the things that are going on in our life. And God also tells us in Matthew 18:20, where 2 or more are gathered in my name, there I will be also. Jesus will be with us wherever we're at. And church doesn't have to be in a church building. It can be in somebody's home. It can be at the park. It can be at the lake. It can be at a campground, wherever you wanted it to be, as long as the gathering is centered around God and His Word. That's how we worship. We worship God by singing to Him. We worship God by learning more of His Word and trying to apply it to our life. We get encouragement. We get strength from other people. So, no, you don't have to be in a church building, but you do need to gather with people and be in the Word. Now, people gather all the time for a swimming party and for birthday parties and for weddings, but you're not focusing on God's word. So that is not the same thing. And we need these groups because we need to pray for one another. We need to build these friendships so that we can grow and we have somebody that we can call when we're in trouble and we can talk to them and they can give us Bible verses and encourage us. They can pray over us. And there is an amazing peace that comes over you when you are with a group of women and men that know the Lord and that have the sweetest prayers. Even a child, to listen to them pray is so sweet. So, do you need to go to church if you're a Christian? You do. You do. Jesus talks about all the time. Jesus had church out in the wilderness. He had church out by the Jordan. He had church pretty much wherever he was at, but he constantly went into the temple, which is God's house of worship. And if we want to follow his examples, that's what we need to do too. And my final verse is Romans 12:2. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is good, acceptable, and the perfect will of God.